Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the new impossible quest for Bishamonten Kai. And gimmicks here are gravity barriers, so we'll bring everybody with no gravity barrier. All of the little guys are dark element, so we can certainly bring light element characters to get more damage in there. And then kind of the main gimmick for this quest is that all of the slashes, they will revive each other. Of course, if we can take them all down, then we'll end that resurrection loop. But they have very high HP, so it's extremely difficult to get them all in one turn. But if we take down the zeros, they will delay everybody by a turn. So we can, do damage to the slashes little by little as we take down the zeros, and then we can do it that way. And then for this first stage, we have to take down everybody, and then we can move on to the next. If the slashes keep reviving each other, then of course that will take more time. Okay, here we have a mini-boss, Dracula, and then you might have noticed, but everybody is a fiend in this mission. So anybody with Fiend Slayer, like Ra, will be very good. And to talk about the team that I'm using using Hikari Transcendent first, and one of my favorite monsters that I have, because she was my Reset Marathon monster. She has very high speed, so she can get in lots of hits on guys, and she can pick up hearts more easily. And then she has a great strike shot where she becomes a Pierce, and then does a meteor on everybody she touches. And that's especially helpful to end the revival loops, especially. Next up I'm using a Nightingale Ascendant, and she is my main damage source. She's also my one Pierce character. I would say maybe concentrate more on bounce characters, since they can do more concentrated damage on a single target. But Nightingale has the Slayer, so she'll actually be my main damage source against the boss. She also has a speed and power up strike shot, which again is very good against the boss. Next up I'm using Pandora Evolution, and she has Drain, so she can get some HP back from my guys. And then she also has a super null gravity barrier, so if she hits a gravity barrier she'll get speed up, and then that's also good for getting in more hits, doing more damage, grabbing more hearts, and doing more drain. And then my friend is Merlin, and she has recovery, so she can help me keep my HP up. And then she has a strike shot where she reveals all of a boss's weak points, which can help me, of course, get more damage in there. And then all of these guys have pretty good bump combos, but bump combos are not going to do a lot of damage against the boss or the slashes, so we can't really rely on them. The bump combos, however, will be good against the zeros, so if it's like the first turn of a stage, then certainly we can aim for the bump combos to take down 1 or 2 zeros. Okay, stage 4, first appearance of the mini-boss. And then basically what I'm doing every stage is I'm taking down 1 or 2 zeros a turn, and then just kind of clearing the way for Nightingale to do damage against the boss. That's about it, basically. And then, yeah, we do want to take down the zeros fairly quickly, because they have damaging attacks. Okay, pretty decent damage there. And then I realized, putting a team together for this, that I don't have any good characters, any wood hatcher monsters that are balanced with no gravity barrier. So that's part of the reason why I'm using Hikari and Pandora. I did try with some drop monsters like Eschatology and Brutus, but they're more kind of known for their bump combos, and bump combos are not really great for this mission, so... and their strike shots are not too good either here, so I decided to go for some off-element monsters. Okay, so that last stage went pretty smoothly. Same thing here, we'll just take down 1 or 2 zeros a turn, and then clear the way for Nightingale to do some damage to the boss. Okay, she's in pretty good position there. And then if we are able to take down all of the slashes in a stage, then it will just be us and the boss. And that's a good, you know, situation to be in. But it's kind of difficult to get there. So yeah, I would say maybe even ignore the slashes. If there's a 0 on screen, get rid of the 0. If not, just go after the boss. That's what I would say. Okay, Nightingale's turn. Might as well use her strike shot. Let's get some hits in on the boss's weak point. Okay, pretty good. Okay, let's get rid of one of these zeros. Also get some healing in there, that's nice. Alright, with Merlin, we'll pick up the heart, hopefully take down the other 0. Excellent. With Hikari here, not a lot we can do. We'll try to get rid of another 0 or 2. Excellent. Alright, and it's Nightingale's turn again, so we can go back to doing damage to the boss. Okay. Alright, boss sequence. Same thing here, basically. But I think the boss picks up a revival as well. So even if we take down all of the slashes, they will still come back after a few turns. So yeah, we're really going to stick to our strategy of taking down zeros when we can, and then concentrating damage on the boss. If all of these slashes are out, we don't need to worry about ending, or delaying them rather, because even though they do the revival, there will be no one to revive, so no big deal. Okay, so this is perfect. We've cleared the way for Nightingale, so it's just her and the boss, and then we can get some hits in on the weak point there. Okay, zeros are revived. We'll go back to taking them down. And then the multiplier on the damage that we can do is pretty high, which is why we're able to restore so much HP there from Pandora's Drain. And then Bishamonten does have some damaging attacks, but it does take a while for them to get out, so yeah, as long as we can keep delaying the slashes attacks and then take down the zeros to block their attacks, then we don't take too much damage, so. Okay, so again, a pretty good situation here. Get some direct damage in with Nightingale. And then here I actually have a chance to take down the slashes, but we took down the boss as well, so oh well. Okay, here again we'll take down the zeros. Okay. And let's see where the weak point ends up for Nightingale. Rats. So we'll work our way down. We'll try to get in a couple hits on the weak point. Okay, not bad. Okay, and then there is that kind of virus cloud that comes out. So if we use multiples of a character, we'll take extra damage from those. So we do kind of want to mix up our team. Well, let's see if we can get around the bottom of Bishamonten and then get rid of the other 0. Okay, excellent. Alright, then it's just the boss and Nightingale again. Weak point is lined up, so let's get in there. Alright. And her strike shot is ready again, so very good. Okay, last stage. Lots of slashes, and then they're all kind of in weird positions, so... again, we're just going to ignore them, take down the zeros, and then go after the boss. And then if you do take down 2 zeros in a turn, the delays will stack, so it is worth doing that. Okay. So here with the Hikari, we'll use her strike shot. We'll become a Pierce and then do a Meteor. And then I'm going to try to go up and then down and then come back up again and then hit the last guy. Alright. Yeah, Hikari's speed is so high that she was able to pull that off. So we clear the stage of little guys, so we can just concentrate on the boss. Positioning here is good with Nightingale, so let's use her strike shot. Okay. And just for fun, let's use Pandora's strike shot. Alright. So she shot out the 3-tiered box of the New Year's food, the Osechi Ryori. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and although we don't need it, we'll use Merlin's strike shot. And that was Bishamonten Kai. So yeah, Slayers and then I think Speed Up are going to be really good abilities to have for this quest. It was kind of difficult for me until I kind of, figured out what style was good after maybe an hour or so. Alright, there's Bishamonten Kai. Very, very cool. She's ice instead of the water, and her eyes are open, so very cool artwork. Okay, now let's move over. Let's see which of the 5 sub-bump combos I got, and which of the 5 I recommend. Okay, I got the homing, so I'm definitely going to have to go back into the mission to get something better. And then looking at the 5, her choices are interesting. And then what I was really hoping for was, bump combos that would be really good for her to use in high-level quests, especially Nirvana and Kanan. Unfortunately, none of these are super good for either one of those. Although thinking about it, I couldn't think of which would be really good anyway, unless it were like Attack Up or something, but that's probably not going to come. But anyway, the first one, the Homing Piercer, we'll forget about that. The second one is the, the 360 shotgun, which is not powerful at all. But if there's ever a mission where we need to set off counterattacks, like in Izanagi Zero, or if we need to, pick up a sword and then, take down a bunch of guys on screen, like in Shambhala, this would be an awesome bump combo for that. But for now, it's not needed. However, I really like the look of this one. I'm sure I've seen it in some anime somewhere where there's some giant laser, and then as it's firing, or even as it's like charging up, like little sparks fly out, and this would be kind of like the same effect, so if you're worried just about the aesthetics, I think this might be the best one. The next one is the reverse dunk laser. If you've used Saizo Transcendent, then you know how this works. You get one laser going away from you, and then one going towards you. And this kind of makes the bump combo easier to use. The dunk laser is not super easy to use, which is, kind of a big reason why a lot of people don't use Bishamonten, which is a shame, because I think she's very versatile and very powerful. But yeah, the bump combo does kind of require you to build around it, and then think about it every turn that you act. But yeah, the reverse dunk laser can kind of increase her usability, just to give you more options with every shot. It is L instead of EL, so it will do less damage. But I think it would look cool, and I might go for this one. The next one is interesting. The fourth one down, that is the Rebound Laser EL2. And then what this will do, the first shot will go along with the dunk laser. So yeah, it's just like an increase in damage to the dunk laser itself, and then it will rebound once. So you get one laser, you know, kind of going off to the side, and then that will go off the screen. I'm not super excited about this one. It is a good increase to the bump combo. So you know, that's like a kind of a sidekick Ableberry right there. But I don't know why they needed to make it rebound once, because that little laser by itself is not going to do a whole lot of damage at all. So yeah, I don't know. But if you wanted to get a bump combo where the way you use Bishamonten is exactly the same, the way you aim it and the way you build teams for her, this would be the one that I would go for. And then the last one is Wave, and if you've used Valkyrie Transcendent, you know how this works. And this is kind of cool because it increases kind of the hit area. It makes the bump combo, you know, less, it takes less thought to use this one. Because you can kind of aim it randomly, and you're probably going to hit something with one of the three, you know, waves, or the bump combos. But I'm thinking about like Nirvana or Kanan. You can't really go out of your way and then do like a weird angle in order to take advantage of these bump combos. Because your positioning has to be pretty precise, your angles also have to be pretty precise. So I don't know if I can really recommend Wave. The one that I'm going to go for is probably going to be either the reverse dunk laser or the rebound laser. Maybe I'll try to get both and test them out, but I'm really leaning towards reverse dunk laser. But yeah, that is a look at the sub bump combos. And then as for Ableberry is good for her, I would really recommend Kin Strength, actually. I think most people would say Sidekick in order to increase the strength of the bump combos. But they're plenty strong already. And then Kin Strength will be really good because, especially in Kanan, where you rely on direct attacks, that's going to be helpful to take down the little guys. And then also when she uses her meteor strike shot, that will also increase the damage there. And then actually I'm thinking of using Bishamonten as my max luck to farm Kanan. And I really want to use that meteor strike shot on the last stage to get rid of that sword guy in the upper right hand corner. I always have trouble getting rid of him, so I think having the meteor with a little extra oomph to it would be good. Okay, so that was a quick look at Bishamonten Kai. Good luck with that, and we'll see you again. Take care.